Hello, my name's Bill Light. I come to you bearing a new product, something I think you might enjoy, especially if you're a little non-typical person. My new product is this, a mandolin pick, as if one is needed in this world. Do you have any idea how many of these have been invented and made? Well, being egocentrical, I thought maybe I could make one that worked a little better than what I had seen and what I had tried to play. Now, I'm not a mandolin player. In fact, I never played a mandolin until about 1 year ago, and I became so frustrated because I had a terrible time mastering the pick. And the pick would seem like such a simple thing, usually three-sided, 3 points, or maybe 1 point and teardrop shaped or something like that. But I had a terrible time. I would work and I would work trying to play things I'd heard, and I frankly couldn't play them very well at all. And then I decided, well, being an engineer, maybe I can understand better how a pick works. Anyway, the end result was this pick. I call it, imaginatively, the mandolin. If you happen to be a bluegrass picker and like to try new things, I would tell you go ahead and try it. But if you try this pick and stay playing with that downward angle and tipping the pick back and forth, you won't be able to play with this pick because it will be almost impossible to get sound out of it. However, if you're a guitar player who happens to play your pick pretty much straight across with a little rotational angle up, you're going to love this pick. Now, this pick is rather unique. And when you play it, you want to hold the pick perfectly vertical to the string. Perfectly vertical. It plays exactly the same on the downstroke as it does the upstroke. Secondly, you want to play with a slight rotational angle this way, which if in your viewport right there, that would be counterclockwise. And you want that rotation to be between 1 degree and about 5 degrees of rotation, no more, no less, somewhere in that area. And that's the way the pick is designed for that style of playing. You want to strum with the pick perfectly vertical, slightly rotated, and then strum straight across the string. The more aligned with the string the pick is, the louder the sound and the more tactical and speed picking you can get. The more tilted in rotational angle counterclockwise from your point of view will give you a softer sound and a much more mellow sound. You can get exceptional tone and still play close to the bridge. Now, the reason that's important is by the closer you play to the bridge, the faster the string responds because its tension is higher the closer you get to the bridge. With most picks, you get a rather tinny sound when you play close to the bridge. With this pick, you still get a nice mellow tone playing close to the bridge. An example might be a simple song like Now, did you notice the pick does not wobble back and forth this way, and the pick doesn't wobble back and forth this way, and it's perfectly vertical to the strings? That's very important to understand. It's also easy to play very rapidly with this. I'm not a great mandolin player, but you'll get an idea. Let's try something that's delicate and takes a little more control. Let's talk about one of the main advantages of this pick. The mandolin has the ability to do strumming in a way never ever that I know of possible before, and that is precisely the same up and down stroke, and I mean precisely the same with no rotation of the pick in any axis. The pick, remember, is held vertical to the string, and the pick is a slight angle this way. But as you're playing it, those don't have to change unless you want to change the tone slightly or the volume slightly. Let's look at strumming one string. Can you play it up here? Yes, you can. But what's nice is the tone's the same even back here. What if you wanted to strum 2 strings? What about 3? How about all 4? Did you notice that the pick doesn't rotate? Did you notice my hand isn't flailing back and forth to make those tones? The mandolin pick is designed to be held perfectly vertical to the strings. Vertical means not this way, and it means not this way. It is to be held this way, and believe it or not, all the time. Most picks and most players have to manipulate their picks back and forth for different up and down strokes and different techniques that are used. On this pick, it can be held vertically, virtually all the time. Unlike people who play bluegrass and things like that, who tend to hold their pick at an angle like so, and move it back and forth this way, this pick is to be held not only vertically, but a slight rotational angle in your viewport counterclockwise. And that angle is still vertical, but you then rotate around that axis, and you can play from 1 degree up to about 7 degrees with this pick. And the reason that's important is that angle difference, that slight angle difference, makes a big difference in the tactile feel of the pick. The more close you get to parallel with the strings this way, the brasher the sound will be. The more you rotate the pick this way, which is counterclockwise for your view, the more you rotate it this way, the more lush the sound, and the easier the pick will roll across the strings. Now the key to the pick is the edge of the pick. This is an injection molded pick, so it's very inexpensive to make compared with handmade picks. It's also counterintuitive. It's counterintuitive in the way that you hold the pick. First of all, on this pick, you don't have to grip it tightly. You can grip it very loosely and it won't rotate, and it does all kind of nice things. I want you to watch closely what my right hand does when I play this. Now I'm also going to exaggerate the dynamics. Understand, I wouldn't play it this way in a concert. I'm going to exaggerate the dynamics so you can hear the difference in tonality. And one last thing, watch how far back, how close to the bridge that I play with this pick. And then try that with your standard mandolin picks.